received the SMS while in the 3G flying saucer NGA cell phone tower area.
Ngomhla 26 June 2020 ngesikhathi sika 17:52:58 wathola SMS ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi useduze kwale tower kuthiwa yi-3G flying saucer NGA.
Sorry. Mr. Baloyi, this evidence, you want it to be on record until which date?
Until the 8th of February 2021.
The following year?
Yes.
Is there no shorter way where you can deal with, unless it is disputed, that accused number 2 was never in that area? Mr. Ramsipidi.
The court will recall that their version is that upon his arrest, the cell phone was confiscated.
Yes, of course.
That it was in the possession of the police.
Yes.
So this is just to refute that.
Yeah, but look, I mean, what's your view, Mr. Ramsipidi? We know your client's version.
Yes.
Unless you're saying he shares a number with the same number with some other person, fine, then it makes sense.
Exactly my point, my lord.
What are you saying?
My view is this. We are saying from the 16th to
the 16th of
until
June
16th of June 2020.
Yeah.
Until this phone is analyzed. It has been in the...
When was it analyzed?
In Mpumalanga by the TSU, the unit...
What was the date? Do you know the date?
They received it on the 8th of February in Mpumalanga, 2021.
The following year?
Yes, 2021. But it was, I think, Mr... I forget his name, the one that did the downloading. Said it took him about 6 months to...
From Mpumalanga?
Yes, to download it.
Now, what is the dispute? You're saying the phone was not in your client's possession?
Yes, and the purpose of the cell tower, my lord, is to show that at the time, sometimes when these phones, say for example, Pretoria University, he was in police custody. The 24th, when it's making calls, he was making a so-called confession with the magistrate. Other days, according to the AVL, he was in Pukeng, Dr. Tokwe, but the phone is making calls, and it's in Avalon where he doesn't know. So it, according to our version, supports our version that somebody else had that phone because it could not have been at Avalon when it's in Villaria or North Police Station, my lord.
Okay, let's take Mr. Baloyi.
Yes.
What's the state's version?
That is precisely the point, my lord, to demonstrate that the police never confiscated this cell phone. It was the whole time the position of the of accused number 2. We can see this from the cell tower information, Pretoria North, on the when he was arrested.
Yeah, so it was in Pretoria North, fine, until where to?
Yes, and that it's either at some point it was given to someone else, and then at some point returned to the to accused number 2.
When was it returned to accused number 2?
Yes, but the cell tower will indicate as to when was he in the Queenswood reception area, which is near the detention center. But my lord, the nub of the matter is that the police never confiscated the cell phone. Accused number 2 was the whole time in possession of the cell phone.
It was before Mohano took possession of the cell phone?
Yes.
It was before that?
Yes. That's the whole purpose of this evidence.
Okay, when Mohano took the cell phone from accused number 2, it was in Valeria?
Yes, it was at Valeria.
At the police station?
Yes.
In the cells?
Yes.
Do you deny that, sir? Your client denies that?
My lord, we deny it. Let's give...
No, I'm not...
Yes, I deny it.
I just want to find a way to curtail all this evidence. Because really, unless one must admit that that phone was moving around.
Yes.
It was moving around.
Yes.
The question is, who was in possession of the phone?
Exactly my point, my lord.
And you are saying it was not your client?
I'm saying exactly that.
And the state is saying?
We're saying that the accused was the whole time in possession of the phone, until or that he gave the phone to someone else. Yes. That is, in fact, the version of the accused, of to refute the version of the accused.
So when it was in Mpumalanga, who handed it over to the analyst there? The person who downloaded it?
Yes. My Lord, the court will remember that Sergeant Mokhane found the cell phone in possession of the accused at Vilera Police Station on the 8th of February 2021.
Right.
He then takes it to DPCI in Mpumalanga.
And then they receive it when?
For analysis.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, but the period thereafter is not really important.
Yeah,
because,
it's not.
Yes,
it's
yes.
the period prior to that.
Yes.
So, but the accused, what does he say? Where does he say he was before the 8th of February, the accused, number 2?
Yeah.
Now I'm asking the state.
Yeah,
According to the state's version.
I think it's common cause that he was detained at Vilera Police Station. That's where he was.
It's common cause.
Yes.
When was he detained, in other words?
Yes.
Hello? When was he detained?
When
Was
Yes.
he detained? Because if he's detained, he's stationary in the cells.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. It must be so.
Yes.
Logic tells you that.
Yes.
So if he's detained for 6 years, he's there for 6 years.
Yes.
So what period are you saying he was detained at Valeria?
Yeah. Well, to start with, he's detained on the 16th of June,
Right?
2021. He's placed at Pretoria North Police Cells.
That's it, yeah. Until when?
Until about the 19th of June.
Right?
We recall that the 19th of June,
Yeah.
he's transported to
Okay.
Moroka Police
Oh,
Station.
sorry, Moroka, fine. Yeah.
Yes, to make a confession
Right?
to Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu.
Right?
He appears in the First Lawyers Court, and thereafter he's then transported to Puking as the
Yeah, right?
as the cell phone tower shows.
Does
where
he deny
there's-
that he was transported to Puking?
Well, I don't think that was denied, that he was taken to Puking, where his room was searched.
That's it.
Yes, where they were looking for.
And what was the date then there?
That was now on the 19th.
19th of June,
Yes,
right? So we know where he was from the 16th to the 19th of June.
yes. And then
Right.
from there, they find the ammunition.
Yeah, fine. Then he's going to
and
Puking
he's charged
Police Station.
at Puking, and he's then transported to Primrose.
Right?
Primrose in the early hours of the
Right.
of the 20th. He spends the weekend there, and on the 22nd of June 2020, he appears at the Puking Magistrate Court.
Right?
Yes. And from there, he's now taken, after appearing at Puking Magistrate Court, he's then taken to Pretoria Moot Police Cells.
Right.
Where he was for quite some time. And as the evidence revealed that it was during COVID, so the prisoners were being moved on short notice to other police
Yeah, but
stations.
the fact of the matter is he was under custody,
Yes, he was in custody
right?
all the time.
All the time, right?
Yes. Until the cell phone was found in his possession on the 8th of February 2021 at Vilera Police Station.
Right. So the period in contention, which the state wants to demonstrate that the phone was in his possession, which period is that?
So it's from the 16th of June 2020 until
February.
until the 8th of February 2020. We say the police never confiscated the cell phone of accused number 2. He was the whole time in possession of that cell phone.
Of that cell phone.
Until it was found in his cell under the blankets, as Mr. Sergeant Mokhane testified on the 8th of February 2020.
Sergeant Mokhane never said it was found under the blanket. He said, I said to Ntanzi, give me the phone.
Yeah, and he handed
then
it over.
he handed it over.
Yeah,
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, well, my notes
No, fine.
says I
remember.
checked that, and he does mention that it was he took it underneath.
Under the blankets, whatever.
Yes, yes.
But does your client admit that, sir? Or he disputes that? He says never happened.
My lord, we dispute that we never had the phone. If somebody...
No, fine, I hear you.
Yes.
But your client disputes that he handed the cell phone to
At
Mokhane.
At Phokeng.
Not at Phokeng.
My lord, he's arrested on the 16th. He disputes, yes, on the 8th of February 2020 at Villeria. He disputes that a phone was handed by him to Mokhane that was found on him at the cells in Villeria.
And that was on the 16th of June.
That was on the 8th of February when
Sorry.
Mokhane says he found the phone
He found the
in his
phone.
possession, my lord.
Okay, so how many months should we still go on with it? The location.
Well, if this data is accepted as it is, then Lieutenant Colonel Khos doesn't need to go through each and every detail. We can just simply, if the defense is agreeable thereto, just admit the cell phone tower information as appears in Exhibit DD5 in brackets E, Roman figure 1. Then that will
And Mr.
take care of
Ramsey, your
the-
client is not prepared to admit that.
it will take care of the evidence of
Yeah, fine.
Lieutenant Colonel Khos.
But this phone, eventually it ends up where?
Yes. Well, it eventually is confiscated and is taken to for
When?
analysis.
When is it confiscated?
The 8th of February.
And accused
2021.
number 2 says it never happened that way.
Yes.
But then, okay, fine. And then it goes where, this phone? After the 8th of February. Where does it go?
goes to Middleburg for
Middleburg,
DPC
where it's downloaded,
Yes,
analyzed.
where it's downloaded, after some time.
But accused number 2, does he admit that that is his phone? Or he says he knows nothing about the phone?
well,
the point.
my recollection is
Because
that
it must have an IEMI number.
yes,
So does he say it's not his phone?
he does admit that it's his phone,
Okay, fine.
but he says the police confiscated the phone and that it was in the possession of the police all the time. So, my lord, the issues that are really in dispute is who had the phone, in whose possession was the cell phone. That's
No. The first thing, whose cell phone is that?
well, that from the propositions that were put to the witness Sergeant Mokhane is that this was indeed the accused's phone.
Does he admit that it is his phone?
Yes.
All he says is that
Yes.
it was never found on him.
Well, he says from the 16th,
Yeah.
after his arrest, it was not in his possession.
When does he say the phone was found in his possession, if ever?
Yes. Well, he says upon his arrest, it was confiscated.
Okay.
And from then on, it was not in his possession.
Okay, so
But
I
in
suppose
the
you've
police-
got sections, what?
Yes.
Section 13, not
Was it
13.
2 and
13?
3. 2 and 3.
Not 2 and 3. When the phone is put into the
Oh,
custody
the
of the
SAP
police.
13, yeah. SAP
SAP 13.
Yes, yes.
What does the SAP 13 say?
Well, they did request that information. We gave it to them.
Yeah, fine, but
Yes.
what does it say?
There's no record of that phone being entered
Into-
the SAP 13.
Is that the problem? Where was it kept, in other words?
So we are saying, once again, it shows that the accused had it in his possession
Because
all
it's
the
not
time.
in the records.
Yes,
When is it put into SAP 13? When, if ever?
yes. It was never put in the SAP 13.
Even when it was taken
Yes.
to Mpumalanga?
Well, in Pumalanga, when it was handed in for analysis, it was booked into the SAP 13.
Where was it taken from?
It was taken from, as we said, my lord, it was found in possession of the accused on the 8th of February 2021. It is then at Villera Police Station. It is then confiscated and then taken for analysis at DPCI.
When was it taken to the TPCI?
On the 8th of February.
On the same date it was
Yes.
allegedly found in the possession of the accused.
Yes. So,
Okay, fine.
as I say, in a nutshell, my lord, the accused says it's his cell phone, but he says the police confiscated it on the 16th of June 2021 when he was arrested. the police have denied that. They said we never confiscated his cell phone. So the narrow issues are simply who had the cell phone
Yeah, fine.
from the 16th of June 2021 until the 8th of February 2021.
Okay,
so
you can
16th
go on.
June 2020.
Fine, fine. If he does not meet it, fine. You can recite all those numbers. But then, does it matter if he says, for instance, the shortest way I can say about this evidence, if he says it was never in his possession, why should you go through
Yes.
all this information about the movement of the phone?
Well,
What is going to be shown by that?
hence we say, my lord, if Mr. Ramsipil is prepared to admit this exhibit, we can simply then dispose of with the rest of the evidence, and we then admit that the tower information that is reflected in this exhibit is what it purports to be, and we then step off
Yeah,
from
but
this topic.
he doesn't admit it. Is that not so? Mr. Ramsipil, you don't.
Indeed, so many.
Okay, let's recite it. Because we can't discover the spaceship where it went to.
Okay.
So it's how many pages there? We still have to go, Colonel?
106, about 107 below.
Yeah.
Pages.
Yeah.
I think we're on page 1 now.
Yes.
So we're at page what?
Page 1.
We'll try and shorten this. Colonel, if you
Look.
can.
If it's like that, the movement of this phone is where? It's in Gauteng or where? Just look at the
Yes.
towers.
Yes. Yeah.
The movement of the phone is only in Gauteng. Or
Ye-
does
ye-
it go to Natal and Cape Town?
Yes.
It's only where? In Gauteng?
In Gauteng, and perhaps if we can deal with it in this way, that you only you indicated yesterday that Queenswood is the nearest tower to Villara Police Station. If you can just maybe indicate the dates on which the cell phone made contact with the Queenswood Tower, that perhaps will curtail the proceedings.
Let me try to assist, my lord.
Yeah, please do, because it's a waste of time, really.
Yeah.
Actually, anybody with any intelligence will think we're mad. I mean, it's like
Madam,
I'm eating bubble gum,
Yes.
I'm eating bubble gum, I'm eating bubble gum, I'm eating bubble gum. Why can't you say from the 1st of June 2020 to the 20th of December 2070, I was chewing bubble gum, please.
My lord, as I follow the dispute between accused number 2 and the state, is that it's a very narrow issue.
It is.
Who has been in possession of the cell phone from
That's
the
it.
16th of June
Yeah.
to the 8th of February?
That's it.
Now, accused number 2 says,
The police.
at the time at which I got arrested on the 16th of June 16th June 2020, the police took my phone.
Yeah.
And the state says, no, we never took your phone. What is imperative is this information that is contained in this 205 section, it's information that will be there.
Yes.
It's like it won't change.
That's the point.
And it's information that does not actually serve to demonstrate who was in possession
That's
of that
it.
phone in
Yes.
that day. So from where I'm standing, my lord, this is just a question of credibility.
Yes, it is.
Whether the phone was in the possession of accused number 1, number 2,
That's a narrow
or
issue.
somebody else,
Yeah.
that's a question of credibility.
That's it.
Thank you, madam.
Do you see it like way, Mr. Ramsipil?
My lord, for me and for Colonel Holmes, in their field they say data is data. It speaks for itself. And it's exactly what is contained here.
Yes.
Mr. Baloyi yesterday, when he addressed the court, he says this information, especially, he wanted to pick Queenswood Tower only. and the conclusion of kennel host on annexure exhibit DD 5B draws the inference that accused number 2 was in possession of this phone in Queenswood Tower, which is 220 meters when the photos were edited. That's why I had the qualm with them. I don't have the qualm with yes, and everything else. So it's a matter of argument, and like Mr. Mnisi says, it's a matter of credibility.
But are you saying on behalf of your client that this tower, Queenswood Tower, which is supposed to be 200 meters, 220 meters away from Valeria Police Station?
That's correct.
You are saying that tower doesn't exist?
No, the tower does exist, man. Remember, the dispute is as constellated over and over. When I am arrested on the 16th of June 2020, as part of the police procedure, they can't put me in the back of the buggy without searching me. I can't enter the cells of 1 Pretoria North without being searched. From there, I moved to Mod without being searched with a phone on me during COVID, no visits. In Valeria Police Station without being searched. In
fine, that's not a problem.
Primrose. Police procedure determines that.
I hear you. You see, to add to what Mr. Miss is saying,
yes.
That's why I'm saying this phone, it was at all relevant time within Gauteng.
Yes.
That's why, then it curtails, then we can agree, you can agree that whoever took it, he was moving with that phone in Gauteng.
Yes.
Does it make sense? Unlike when you say it went to Cape Town and it went to Gongoma,
yes,
and it went to Mozambique, etc., etc. So if you check those towers, Colonel, are they all within Gauteng? Because you can agree on that, because this is the evidence, it is there. Instead of reciting this evidence like parrots, please.
But in addition, my lord, the state would like just to put in record all the occasions on which the phone was in contact with Queenswood.
Yeah.
That shouldn't take long, my lord. Just
Queenswood only.
Yes.
The other towers.
Yes, we're not
You're not interested in the other towers.
Yes.
But you see, madam, that's nitpicking. I don't agree that the data speaks for itself as is, and credibility is determined as to.
Okay, let's recite this thing. Okay, let's recite it. Go on. Let's take all the time. Recite it.
But, my lord, it will not change anything.
It doesn't. Everybody knows it.
We just place on record the Queenswood Tower. If in cross-examination they want to...
Let him do as he pleases.
No, he can't do as he pleases.
We
must all agree. No, you can't say do as you please.
No.
Look, if you don't admit that there's a tower called Queenswood, that's fine.
I've never disputed the tower. So, like he's saying, he wants the witness to put the tower information for Queenswood at the relevant time, according to his theory. It's okay, my lord. I've got the right of cross-examination for this witness, my lord, on this information.
Thank you.
I have a suggestion, my lord. Just for 1 second to have a word with my learned friend, because, my lord, my suggestion was the evidence that the state is intending to place on record here are the towers.
Yes.
And you are in agreement that in exhibits DD5E1,
that's it,
the cell phone moved according to all the towers depicted in this. And that can be admitted by consent, but that's why I'm saying, my lord, if I can have a word with my colleague,
yes, please,
just so that we can have a solution to this 108 pages, that's just to place on record the towers, my lord.
So,
just 1 minute.
You have to go outside.
Just 1 minute, my lord, yes.
Yes,
my lord, just 1 minute.
Oh, you want Mr. Baloyi to hear?
No, if the court can wait outside.
It's 22:1. Maybe we can already take the long adjournment
until 2 o'clock.
Until 2.
Thank you.
So this is the evidence, eh?
Yes.
It's madness.
Only in respect of the towers.
It's madness. Keep on saying it was there, it was there. We all know it was not with, according to your version, it was never with accused number 2. And according to the state version, it was with number 2.
Yes.
Is that not the narrowest of points?
Yes.
That's exactly the point.
I've got one.
Thank you.
So we come back at 2.